Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm out at Eagle Island State Park today on a cold winter's day. It's just above freezing. I've got the DJI Mini 3 Pro with me today. And the reason we're here is at this park, they have made with artificial snow, and of course I'm sure some natural snow, a tubing hill. And it's very popular for people to come out here and go tubing on that hill. So I thought I'd take the little drone and fly it over there and maybe get some looks at that. Maybe we'll do a hyperlapse and see if we can get a hyperlapse of some folks going down that tubing hill. But in any case, let's quit messing around. Let's get this little drone in the air. Okay, let's go over the safety menu. Make sure we're okay here. Clicking on those three dots, we definitely want APAS on in bypass mode. We've got max altitude set at 120 meters, which is of course max legal, no limit on the distance, and return to home height at 33 meters is plenty for where we're at here. Compass is normal, IMU is normal, so we're good to go. We're shooting in 4K 30 frames per second in case we want to do some zooming and so forth. So let's start recording now. And yeah, we'll do a manual takeoff here, and we'll very quickly do our droney. So both sticks down and in. Both sticks down and in. That fires up the motors. Takeoff. And up we go. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map. So there we go. Let's turn the guy around so you can see him here. And there we are. We're looking into the sun. We're going to do our droney into the sun. So that's me dropping the camera down here. But in any case, let's go reversing up now. Reverse and up. And we're going to go back out over the Boise River here. You're going to see the Boise River here off as soon as we get over it. And reverse, full reverse power at 8 meters per second. And you can see where I parked there. You can see all the horse trailers, and off to one side you're going to see a big old cell phone tower. Let's keep pushing up on that stick. And there's that cell phone tower. How high are we? We're about 42 meters high here. And there's the river right there. That's the Boise River. Let's go down that a little ways. And right center of screen right now is where that tubing hill is, but let's kind of take the long way around here, and let's go kind of, I guess this would be downriver. What I think is kind of amusing about this is, you know, the river is covered in trees, so it's kind of hard to exactly tell where the river is at. Oh, what do we see there? That looks like, I have not seen that before. Hang on here. That looks like a teepee, doesn't it? Okay, hang on. We got something interesting to look at here. I have not seen this before. What have we got here? Okay, let's zoom down in on that and see what we can see. Yeah, that looks like a teepee to me, or something, and it's surrounded by a fence. I don't know. I'm looking at it on FPV. I'll have to take a closer look at that when I get a chance to see the video, but you guys saw it right along with me. So let's back that zoom back out, go out to one by, and turn around and head back down river. And we'll ease our way over to the tubing hill over there. So here's the river right here. And that road that you see off to the side there, that is what's called State Street. Kind of a major east-west street. And let's head this direction. And we'll kind of make our way towards towards the tubing hill here. We're directly into the sun. I'm going to drop that camera down a little bit, minimize that somewhat. And let's head towards that tubing hill and see if we can get a look. Again, so we are in normal mode at about 10 meters per second here. And there's that tubing hill. Some folks riding their horses behind me here. They're just taking off. Too bad that I didn't have the drone closer so you guys could see it. But this is the tubing hill, and right over the little pond that's next to kind of the main part of the Eagle Island Park here. So we're not going to go over that, but we're definitely going to we're going to take a look here. And I like the way they've built those berms up. You can see people. Yeah, we can get in closer here. We can drop some altitude. Yeah, look at this. Is this cool or what? Yeah, let's see. Ease around here so you can see them make their way around. I like the way they built up those ice berms so that they can make that corner if they want. So they're slower or faster. Or, yeah, we got people taking kind of each of the different paths there. Pretty cool. Looks like it slows down quite a bit at the bottom because you're seeing people lose a lot of speed there at the bottom. Yeah, so I can see where they've got them separated at the top there. That's kind of hard to tell just by when you're just looking at it from the side. So each of those locations is kind of separated there. Let's go ahead and let's zoom in, and we'll zoom in at some of these folks at 2x zoom. Let me center it up a little bit. See them get started here, and you can see the people coming up the little powered lift, I guess you'd call it, or moving sidewalk, whatever you want to call it, to get to the top. Fairly good crowd today. Okay, let's back off and move around. Let's move around sideways here. Back it off. I want to make sure we're not over the top of anybody, so we're going to stay well clear here. Kind of get another view from the front here directly. Let's zoom back in there. There they go. Boom. Yeah, I don't know. They're getting up more speed than what it looked like from the other direction. Oh, look at that train coming down now. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see if we can get it from the other side here. Kind of move around. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe trying a hyperlapse, but I don't know if there's that much action that it's worth doing that. If there was more of a constant stream of people here, it probably would be. But let's just do a kind of a manual orbit around this thing, and you can see the whole structure. And again, I know a lot of this is man-made snow and some of it's natural. We had a ton of snow here recently, and then it warmed up. But then obviously it's cooled back off. Like I said, it's yeah. There's kind of a better look at that automated pathway that takes people up at the top here. I'm kind of glad we're getting this view. Yeah, this is kind of a cool view, huh? Let's grab some altitude and look down a little bit, and we can see some people taking off. Yeah, this is probably one of the best views. I was kind of hoping there'd be more people on a sunny day like today. It just seemed like it'd be a good day to do it. But truthfully, here in Idaho, there's probably a lot of folks that headed up the mountain to the Bogus Basin Ski Resort to do this very thing. Looks like we had a crash kind of in the middle one there. Yeah, you got to hope nobody else comes along there and smacks into them. Okay, let's continue our rotation around here. Lots of folks out riding horses today. Bunch of horses coming in here right now, back to their horse trailer. And that's the cool thing about this park, is there's so many different things going on here. There's a lot of regular. Oh boy, look at that big train going down right now. Let's see how they do. Yeah, they didn't get very high on that loop, and they sure slowed down at the end there. But pretty cool. Yeah, and you can definitely see. It looks like the single riders are a lot faster than the ones that put together a big train. Okay. Well, let's go on a little bit more of an exploration here, and you can see all the cars parked there. Everybody getting excited about doing a little tubing, and just about 6 folks on horses just came riding up behind me here. I wish I had the drone here closer to show you that. But at any rate, here is the this is kind of the artificial swimming hole that they made in the middle of the park here. You guys have seen this in the summertime. I don't think I've ever seen it iced over like this. It's definitely iced over, and you can definitely see where they're aerating the water, because those spots are kind of open. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take you on a little flyabout here. Picking that camera up, and let me put this guy into sport mode so we can get some speed up. So we're kind of headed west here right now, and there's a fish hatchery off there in the distance. You guys have seen this territory from a lot of different angles before. And we're heading about due south now, and that is the city of Meridian off in the distance there. And again, this park used to be a. We must be heading into the wind here, but this park used to be a prison farm, and they would raise the cows and milk the cows and bottle the milk, and I don't know what all else they did out here, but when they closed it in the 80s, and yeah, I'm facing away from the drone, and I just got a weak signal warning there because I was facing exactly away from the drone. So I'm going to head back towards where I'm at here. And you can see it's kind of cool that this, they call this Eagle Island because it's the Boise River kind of splits here, and it is really kind of an island in the middle of it, but it's kind of cool to see that it's still somewhat rural. We'll bring this guy back towards us here. So you can see that cell phone tower off in the distance. That is right where I'm standing, or close to it, I should say, in that lot underneath here. Let's pick up the camera just a little bit. We're down to 38% battery. Let's see, we're at over 16 meters per second, so this little drone is moving right along. You can see down below there, I'm going to drop the camera for a second. They're getting ready to load up their horses there. Those are the horses that were behind me just a few minutes ago. And we're going to do, as you guys know, one of my favorite things to do is I've got a cell phone tower next to my house that I orbit all the time. So I'm going to put this guy into cinema mode, the slowest mode, and we are going to get an orbit around this tower here. And this one's got, man, look at all the antenna on this guy. Okay, moving around now. There's a ton of 5G there, I'd say. I've been out here and seen them work on this one quite a bit as well. Kind of move it in a little bit closer to it as we move around here. And you're going to see, you know, this farm still produces hay, so I think that's what we're seeing right there. And those silos right there, I'm sure were probably from the days when this was an active dairy farm. Anyway, let's bring this guy back in, and we'll bring it in for a landing. Dropping it down, bringing it forward here. And I'm going to be very cognizant of these people here with their horses, and we're going to stay clear on the other side here, so that we are coming in from a direction way away from them. There's that little drone. This thing is so quiet. That's one of the things I really like about this little guy, is that it is just a dead quiet drone. Doesn't bother anybody. Bring it in here. Yeah, I've got it in cinema mode, and it still moves pretty quick back and forth. Okay, I'm going to drop that camera down so that I can see where the landing pad is. We're going to bring it forward. And it's fairly windy today, so the wind is kind of moving the drone around a little bit. Picking it up. Get back over the top of it here. And the drone is how high? It's about 2.5 meters up, so it's fairly high. It's above my head. Let's pull that stick straight down now, and it'll pick up the camera as it comes down here. And we should be right on the pad. Yeah, there we are. Okay, I'm going to stop recording on the drone, and I'm going to stop recording on the screen recorder. Let me get everything shut down, and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, this was a fun, quick little flight ride. I mean, it was a blue sky day, so I had to get out and fly today, and I remembered the tubing hill over here at Eagle Island State Park, and I had a fully charged battery on the Mini 3 Pro, so why not? So you got to see the tubing hill, and just got to look around a little bit at the park here on a very cold winter day, but at least the sun was out. So I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so much appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 3 Pro at Eagle Island State Park. See you guys later.